What if the next PlayStation or Xbox console should never actually exist? For decades, we've eagerly anticipated the next leap in gaming, but a growing sentiment suggests it's time to hit pause on the entire generational arms race. Today, we're diving into a bold perspective from a longtime gamer, Jean-Paul Satire, who argues that both Sony and Microsoft should simply stick with their current hardware. And when you look at his points, he makes a really compelling case. First, think about the generational leaps themselves. Remember the jaw-dropping revolution from a 16-bit Mega Drive to the original PlayStation, or the stunning detail the PlayStation 2 brought? Those felt like true paradigm shifts. But as Jean-Paul points out, since the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 delivered HD visuals, the returns have diminished significantly. The PlayStation 5, for all its strengths, feels more like a polished evolution than a complete transformation. Its solid-state drive and haptic controller are certainly advances, but would a PlayStation 6 offer anything more than another incremental boost? We often see late-generation games from the previous console rival early titles on the new one, proving that developers squeeze incredible things out of existing tech. Even developers themselves admit the jump from PS4 to PS5 wasn't as massive as past generations. Then there are the escalating costs. Those stunning, high-fidelity graphics come at a monumental price. We are talking hundreds of millions of dollars for single-player experiences like Spider-Man 2, The Last of Us Part 2, or Horizon Forbidden West. Compare that to The Getaway, a big-budget PS2 title, considered pricey at around £5 million. It's an astronomical leap, and few publishers can genuinely sustain those numbers. Naturally, these monumental budgets also mean games take forever to make. We waited 12 years for the next GTA, with no sequel until 2026. Franchises that once saw annual entries now suffer multi-year droughts. Will more demanding hardware just slow that process down even further? And what about those groundbreaking new features? Ray tracing was hyped as a game-changer for the PS5, right? But in practice, most players barely notice it or simply don't care enough for it to justify a whole new generation. Historically, flashy tech often fails to live up to its promise. Remember the power of the cloud on the Xbox One? When new hardware just offers shinier grass textures or individual beard hairs, it risks stifling real creativity. Removing the easy graphics upgrade crutch might just push studios to try genuinely fresh ideas instead. It's also about the fundamental shift in how we own our games. The PlayStation 5 Pro launched without a disc drive, and physical sales continue to plummet. If a PlayStation 6 further pushes us towards an all-digital future, that classic thrill of finding a bargain in a second-hand shop vanishes, and publishers face less incentive to ever drop prices on digital storefronts. And let's talk about your wallet. Manufacturers historically absorbed losses on hardware, making up for it with software sales. Those days are largely gone. We've seen PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X prices increase since launch, not decrease as they did in previous generations. A truly meaningful upgrade for a PlayStation 6 could easily push its price close to £1,000, maybe even more. That's not hypothetical. Devices like the Asus ROG Ally already command prices in that range, and reports suggest Microsoft's next console could easily follow suit. Are we ready to pay $1,000 for a gaming machine every few years? But what if the answer isn't new hardware at all? Streaming services like Amazon Luna are already delivering current-gen gaming with minimal lag. As internet speeds climb, this experience only gets better, potentially making a dedicated console entirely optional. Finally, the traditional rivalry driving this cycle? It's shifting. Xbox, outside its 360 heyday, has consistently lagged behind PlayStation in sales. Microsoft's Anything's an Xbox strategy suggests they're more focused on their ecosystem and Game Pass than a head-to-head console war. So, if the competition isn't genuinely pushing innovation, why should Sony keep chasing a phantom? Jean-Paul Satire's perspective makes you wonder if we're at an inflection point. Is the console generation model an outdated concept, sacrificing true innovation and affordability for increasingly incremental visual upgrades? So, is it time to pump the brakes on the console cycle, or do you still crave that shiny new box every few years? We really want to hear your thoughts on this. You can find us on social media or drop us an email. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast to catch all our deep dives into the world of tech and gaming.